all of them tonight, and we will also hear from somebody introducing them. So you really can get an idea of these 3 senatorial candidates. The other thing I want to do is I want to thank my team. Susan was Vicky. Can you just raise your hand, Susan Beckett? Thank you, Susan. Jim McGrath and Justin Sleeper. Thank you. We have a powerhouse team here in Worcester, and we are really rocking it here. We are doing great things. We are having monthly meetings. We're going to have a unity breakfast in September. Hope you can all participate in that. But we are really here to make Worcester go from purple to what? Red. Right. Yes, that's what we want to do. And since Elizabeth Warren does not represent our values, we need to send her packing. Agree? So I'm not going to take up much time, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the highest ranking Republican in the room and the tallest. Sheriff Lou Evangelitis.
Well, I don't think there was really need for me on this podium with this step here, Donna, to be honest with you. I don't know what to do with it. I'd rather just stand over here, but it's up. By the way, how about Donna Colorio? Is she something else? Thank you so much. That was a thank you to you for all your hard work. And I don't know how you get a red top on a microphone, but please, anybody remember this is a very beautiful touch we got here tonight. So, look, I just want to first of all acknowledge some of the electeds we've been blessed to have here in Worcester County, because at the end of the day, I think those of us who are here from this county, we are very proud, because we consider Worcester County is without a doubt ground zero of the Republican Party in Massachusetts. Don't you agree that we're welcome to ground zero right here tonight? And I met some folks today that weren't from Worcester County, some of these folks over there, and I let them know, behave themselves. But I did talk about the fact, when you hear the amount of people we've elected out of this county, you'll understand really why we're so proud of what we do. We have the Dean of the delegation, of the legislative delegation, our State Representative Paul Frost is here tonight. Paul? We also have State Representative, the woman who broke the code here in Worcester, Kate Campanelli. State Representative from Worcester. We have Kevin Kuros here from Uxbridge, good friend from the legislature. We also have David Meridian here. Where's David from Grafton? There he is back there. Thinks he's tall, but not really. And we also have a great friend and someone who I'll talk about in a moment, but our Governor's Council, the only Republican in Massachusetts, looking out for us, Jen Casey over there. Thank you, Jen. Now, we also have several state committee members who are joining us tonight, and I'll just read them off. The first is Chris Walton. Chris, there's Chris. I have to read Brent Anderson's name, is that part? All right, Brent Anderson is here as well. Brent, thank you. Patty St. Aubin is here as well. Patty, I saw you come in. Beautiful hair tonight. We have Judy Crocker, who joined us coming up from the Cape. Judy right there. And Kim Roy is our final committee. Thank you, Kim. So, you know, I just wanted to say, there you go. I'll put that in my pocket. You'll never see it again. But I just want to say a little bit about what tonight's all about. But at the end of the day, it comes down to this. You know, for us here in Worcester County, we believe in good government. We believe it doesn't really come in a color or a partisanship. It comes in good government. And I've always believed if you have the right candidate that puts the work in at the right time, you're going to win. And we proved that here in Worcester County. And I'll tell you, back in 2010, just to give you a sense of where you are, there was a lack of Republicans. There were some, but there weren't a ton of them. And Jen Casey and I started our campaigns. I for sheriff, there'd never been a Republican sheriff, and no one could remember, just so you know. They heard there was one in history, but nobody could remember it. But Jen and I campaigned out there together, And we campaigned across this county, and we were able to win our seats respectively and start what I think was cracking the real code of this county for Republicans. So we were able to successfully do that, and then a few years later, Stephanie Fatman came along, and she added another slot in the county positions. There's only 3 left. We've got 2 more races going on right now with clerk of the courts and the probate position. Not probate, the clerk of deeds. Registry of deeds. We've got some great candidates in the room you get the chance to hear and see and talk to tonight. But I'll tell you right now, I believe when this election is over, we're going to have 5 of those county positions locked down right here in Worcester County. That hasn't happened anywhere else in Massachusetts. So I want to thank the people who have elected and put themselves out there and serve us each and every day. I know it's sometimes a thankless job. I want to thank them. I want to thank all of our tremendous candidates who are here tonight, and all the U.S. Senate candidates we'll be hearing from. But I just want to let you know, when you're here in Worcester County, I just want you to know a little bit about what you have going on here for us. Because Governor Baker is reminded many times by his lieutenant governor and many others that when the election results were coming in 2014, Worcester County was the last county to come in. At the end of before the Worcester County results came in, the governor was actually behind by 7,000 votes. He won Worcester County by 47,000 votes and carried the state of Massachusetts by 40,000 votes. How about that for this county? So I just want to leave you with the idea that these U.S. Senate candidates we're going to hear from, tremendous people. They really believe in what they can offer a better vision than Elizabeth Warren, and we know they can. I know for a fact that any of those candidates on their worst day offer us twice the candidate Elizabeth Warren, because she's contentious, she's divisive, she wants to divide people, she doesn't want to bring people together, she wants to push people down, she doesn't want to lift them up. We've had enough of that. We're Americans, and we believe in a great country that we've been blessed to live in, and we got some candidates going to talk to you about their visions, and I think it's going to be amazing to hear from each and every one of them. So I think we're in a great position here, but I want you to know, you're out here in Worcester County, when you're watching those election results come in November, and you know Worcester County's out there, I assure you, the people in this room are going to deliver this county big for our Republican candidates. You guys agree with me? Yeah. We will deliver this county for you. I make a promise to you right now. So you just got to bring it to the rest of the state. All right? Thank you very, very much. It was an honor to be here with you.
It's okay. Now, it was brought to my attention that the highest ranking constitutional person here is Jen Casey. So let us just stand corrected. So when I make a mistake, I will acknowledge that I make a mistake, okay? And I just want to, as we're going on that a little bit, I'm just going to mention a couple of the candidates in the room, and then we'll get right on to our senatorial candidates. Joanne Powell, she's going for clerk of courts. Joanne. Kate Campanelli is going for registry of deeds. Kate. Evan Burrows is going for registry of deeds. Is going for the 17th Worcester for a state rep. Paul's in back there. Did I miss any candidates? Because I know a lot of people just came in, so great. Okay, so we will begin our program now. So the people that will be introducing the candidates will have 3 minutes to speak, and the candidates will have 8 minutes. Tina Hood, thank you, right here in the front row, will be our timekeeper, and let me tell you, you do not want to go over your time. I've tried to cross her paths a couple times, and let me tell you, it didn't come out good. So anyway, that being said, thank you, Tina, for doing that. And thank you those that came early to volunteer and help us set up as well. So the order of candidates was done at our last city committee meeting. We picked names out of a hat, so it was very fair, but it was prior to the convention. So that being said, this is the order that we'll be introducing people. First we'll have John Kingston, and Brent Anderson will come up in 3 minutes, Brent, to introduce John. Brent? 3 minutes. Beginning the moment you step on this pallet here, whatever it is.